for a little jolt right before intermission.
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off. Yeah, and Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they'll remain down by 2.
Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get into field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. This ball deep for Tony. And he rifles one incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. That one good for 37 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility?
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation and figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. On play action, Prescott. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. But talk about a great call on special teams, a gutsy call. They fake the extra point. They'll wind up getting 2 for the price of 1. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust.
There he goes, left side. Now he's loose again. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to add on to that lead.
And that's the way to find pay dirt, Patrick Mahomes. Hey, you remember some of the scrambles in the playoffs last year while he's playing on a bad wheel? Oftentimes he's maneuvering just to find a way to throw the football. But last season, 4 touchdowns on the ground, a career high, continuing to develop as a runner, and often finding the end zone these days.
They're going to try and run.